Good afternoon, Gemini. Welcome to Sing Concept Tarot. My name is Cynthia, and today we are doing that timeless month ahead reading update for you. So what that means, Gemini, at time of viewing this video, whether you are Sun, Moon, Venus, or Rising, well, something should resonate for you. So what I'd like you to do is only focus on those things that actually do. Anything else, Gemini, just leave it for another, okay? Let's get started. Today I'm going to use the Chris Ann Light Seers Tarot deck, do a general reading in a Celtic Cross format spread, as well as we'll pull 4 cards from the Chris Ann Muse Tarot deck for each of the 4 weeks ahead in the month, and clarify each of those weeks with the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck as well. And stay tuned because we will pull oracle cards to help wrap up this whole reading and pull it all together for you. All right, let's get started here. We got a lot to pack in. We're starting out in the very center of your month ahead here. We got the whole focus of 8 of Pentacles at play, and your challenge is the Queen of Swords energy. In the recent past, we got Justice coming out, and they're progressing forward in the month, Ace of Pentacles. Your conscious views and desires is the 10 of Pentacles. Your subconscious is the Queen of Wands. And then the staff, we have how you see yourself, how others see how your hopes, fears, and dreams, and the final outcome as well. All right, Gemini, setting that deck aside. We'll be surprised together. Let's get to the heart of this cross and see what we got. The 8 of Pentacles is here. Now, this is all about really applying your expertise, your skills, your energy to something, being really dedicated and precise and organized, whether it's studying, going to school and gaining knowledge, or whether you're applying your expertise at work and just really dedicated, working hard. The challenge we have here is the Queen of Swords energy. This is about, the challenge is cutting some of the BS out of your life. You know, that it's you're doing so much, you need to kind of simplify things. You know, whether you're a student going to school and you're working on all your studies and doing things, or whether you're at work and applying yourself and doing tutorials as well as to increase your knowledge at work, or on some new skill or expansion at work. You need to, really be clear and concise. Communication is key here with others. It seems to be a challenge at the moment. There's some, the challenge here is the fact that things are not as clear and concise as you'd like them. You are maybe spotting some flags and warning flags that you deciding, you just need to simplify. And that is the challenge for your month ahead here, Gemini, is you're going to need to simplify. You need to cut some things out, reorganize, come together. And that's the main focus in this month ahead for you. And I dare say, here we come as the recent past. We got this Justice, this Libra energy Justice coming here. This is about fair and balance, for a good, fair, balanced outcome for all involved. So justice has been served recently, and you're moving forward here. Things are balancing out. It's leveling out. Justice is being served. Whether this is an actual legal issue some of you may have been going through, and it's been finalized, and the outcomes, thank goodness it's over with, right? Now, progressing forward, we've got a brand new opportunity, Ace of Pentacles here. So this could be, it could be a new job. It could be a new promotion, a raise, investment, contract, a new home, or anything within the 3D world. There is a new cycle of opportunity, something beginning for you, and that is progressing forward in the month ahead. Now, consciously, this is in the conscious state here as your dreams and desires that you consciously and verbalizing with your alpha state of mind to the universe of saying, I want this success, the 10 of Pentacles. I want it all. I want that. I just want it all. I want the abundant life, the abundant family, abundant work. I mean, yeah, you're putting it out there consciously. You're using that, your conscious alpha state of mind, words to the universe saying, I want this. You're putting that energy out there. Now, subconsciously, this is more that beta theta state level, like, meditation, or when you're actually sleeping and dreaming state. Gemini, you are sending the Queen of Wands energy. This is a creative, look how mystical she looks here in this Light Seers deck. The Queen of Wands, very charismatic. She's a creative, solving problem solver here. So, and she's got this inspirational, motivational, she's passionate about things. You know, she just gets ignited with passion. And so that energy is projecting visions towards the universe as well. And remember, the image is like 1,000+ words compared to a word, right? So when you're in this state, whether it's meditational or whether it's within your dreams, you're envisioning, the universe is listening, and all that communication that's going on is bringing about your desire. So I dare say you are in store for something very passionate, very exciting, and creative is on its way with this new opportunity you are manifesting here for yourself, Gemini. Now let's go ahead and look how you see yourself. You see yourself as, look at that, new start, new beginning, happiness, joy, success. You're looking for it. That's how you're seeing yourself. You're like joy, happiness, new beginnings, new start. Let's get this on. Now, whatever question you were asking yourself, this Sun card come out. It is a most definite yes. All right, that's what we got. Now, how others are seeing you? They're seeing you as competitive here, Gemini. They're seeing you, yeah, competitive, maybe a little, in conflict a little bit, arguing, a little bit of chaotic. A little bit of chaotic mess. I'm just going to say it, Gemini. But it may be just that you are competitive, definitely, holding strong to your own ideals, your opinions, your beliefs, and, others all kind of, competing with you with their own ideals and opinions and beliefs. But Gemini, I dare say the Five of Wands is all about change. And so it is changing perhaps your style of being over competitive, because others are hoping, they're seeing you as a very competitive individual. Now, your hopes, fears, and dreams card coming out is the Six of Cups. This is the generosity card here. Now, I'm sorry, Six of Cups. This is not the generosity. This is the nostalgia. Okay, so memories are coming to play here, Gemini. Nostalgia, early childhood memories. Now, obviously, in the hopes and fears, it's a little opposite there. Obviously, you have hopes and dreams about your early childhood, and I'm guessing that you're hoping to carry through this legacy for yourself. Look at reflection upon your childhood and wanting to carry a legacy for your future generations. It's a legacy type of a fear and a hope coming into play here, as well as, just wanting to make sure things come through that, and there's nostalgic memories. Now, the final outcome, a look at this, Gemini, King of Pentacles. Yeah, King of Pentacles energy coming out, final outcome. Now, this is, he's the final king in the minor arcana. So he's gained a lot of wisdom, experience, going through the lower levels there of the other kings. He's gained all the wisdom they have. He is apprentice to the divine masculine, the Emperor card, next level up. He's very cautious in his decision making. He's, he makes sure, like with these opportunities coming up, the final outcome is measuring twice before you cut, as well as, taking 2 steps forward, 1 back. Make sure you got that really solid foundation before you start an investment or in some opportunity. You really want to make sure things are stable and founded. You worked hard to get where you're at so far, Gemini. You got that mature wisdom coming from experience, whether you're mature in age or just from experience. You got that maturity coming through. And the wisdom of you don't have to rush. You take your time here. That's the final outcome. You're realizing the potential in your dreams. Things are coming together for you at the end of the month. And that is where you're finding yourself being maybe a little cautious in nature, taking it slow, but definitely enjoying the fruits of the labors that you've already accomplished and completed, and not necessarily wanting to see it go too quickly. So definitely do your due diligence there at the end of the month, seeing that there for you, Gemini. Now let's move these cards aside. We're going to grab the Chris Ann Muse Tarot deck here, and I'm going to pull 4 cards out, Gemini. One for 4 weeks in the month ahead, and we'll go ahead and clarify those 4 weeks with the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck as well. So the first week we have the 7 of Voices coming out. Second week we got 8 of Materials. third week, we have the Four of Materials, and your final week, we have the Two of Emotions. All right, let's set that deck aside. I'm going to grab the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Let's start with that first week, that Seven of Voices. All right. Seven of Voices is basically Seven of Swords here in this deck. This is about strategizing or perhaps deception. Now, deception could be you deceiving others or others deceiving you. We'll get some more clarity here with the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck. This is the first week. Now, the fox is coming up. There is some sly activities going on. Whether this is strategy or deception remains to be seen. But, oh my goodness, it's got to be strategy here for you, Gemini. Look at the clarifiers. You got the joy, success, happiness card here, the sun. All right, that's how you've seen yourself in that Celtic cross, that new beginning, new start. Definite yes for that question you had. Look at that, new beginnings, new start. Now, you do have that Four of Wands energy as well. This is about coming together, uniting together at the home front, celebrations happening here. Now, the uniting, coming together celebration, you may be seeing 11:11 synchronistically as well. Take note of that when you see it. Ask yourself, what was I thinking? What was I doing? What was I saying? Because that is an angelic way of communicating to you that you are on the right track. As well as we got that Emperor card. And like I said, you are there as an apprentice to the Emperor. You're ready to level up. And here in the first week, we got this boss energy coming out here. You got this higher control, this entrepreneur spirit, strategizing because you are ready to strategize and work your way up to being that boss, being the ultimate authority, perhaps even starting your own business, being your own entrepreneur here, Gemini. But you are definitely strategizing and focused on success and happiness on the first week in this month ahead. Now, the second week, we have the Eight of Materials. It's going to take a lot of hard work. It is. Eight of Materials is really applying all your experience, your expertise, your skills, dedicating yourself to the job at hand, whatever that may be. You are applying yourself wholeheartedly, going all in here, Gemini. Now, some of it, look at this, you're seeing things from a different perspective come the second week of the month ahead, as well as gaining knowledge and learning lessons. This is a student card. You are perhaps learning some new skill sets and new knowledge come into play to help you in this new endeavor of hard work. But at the same time, we've seen you were strategizing because you want that happy success, but you could have some boundaries set here, Gemini, and a little bit of a wounded warrior mentality happening here. Not necessarily letting things out, not letting anyone in, but this boundary, just make sure you don't leave that set too long, because then oftentimes these fences can imprison you and hold you back from going forward. Gain the perspective you need, have that boundary set, but definitely that is what's happening in the second week of the month ahead. Now, Gemini, in the third week of the month ahead, we got the Four of Materials coming out here. This is you holding on tight to something. You may be clutching your purse strings, so to speak. This is about really holding on to something, not wanting to let go. This can be, like I said, trying to ground yourself and sometimes budgeting. You need to budget, especially if you're in a new endeavor. You're going to school, taking courses, investing money in this new endeavor. You may be finding, your financial budget maybe taking a hit and you got to pull tight on those purse strings, as well as there may be something else. Let's clarify what you're holding tight to. Well, you're all up in your head. Anxiety, stress, third weekend. All right, well, this is overthinking, overanalyzing things, though. And to be honest, Gemini, that is a lot of times creating fears, unfounded fears, because remember, fears are false evidence appearing real. This is all that fear occurs when you are making assumptions on things or assuming things. And when you do that, that is future procrastination. You're putting it and worrying about things that are never going to happen and probably won't. Most of the time, if you think about it, a lot of things you fear, they never even happen. So you waste all that time and you know, create this unhealthy habit of stress and anxiety for no reason at all. So I realize it's easier said than done, but recognizing that truth can pull you out of that cycle and just breaking that cycle for yourself. Because look, there is a new understanding, a new cycle of understanding, communication, gaining knowledge. It's a whole cycle that's starting here in the third week, and you even have this divine cup coming in. Now, this divine cup is you seem a little bit discontented. It probably is because you're all up in your head worrying about and anxiety about some kind of communication, this new cycle. Uh, but divine cup is one you want to accept. It just, you know, the divine creator is not going to be offering you this additional cup of compassion, affection, understanding, if you're not ready for it. I know you got those 3 cups there and you're looking at them real hard saying, I haven't even filled these up, so you are a little frustrated. But Gemini, get out of your head. You know, it'll when you start clearly starting this new cycle of understanding, communication, you're going to be able to release things and let go a little bit more, and actually move forward and end that discontentment, that disappointment in something that you're holding back on. Now, Gemini, final week, 2 of emotions. That 2 emotions is a contract. That 2 emotions is probably with a significant other coming together, making a vow of commitment and dedication with another. Now, this could be in a relationship. This could be with a significant romantic relationship, but it also can be a partnership with another, especially if this is regarding an opportunity presenting itself and partnerships coming into play. This is a vow, a commitment, and dedication with another coming into play here for you. So Gemini, clarifying, you planted a seed here, and it does take time. A lot of times when I see the 7 of Pentacles card, I usually look at it as 7 to 9 month frame. Now, this could have been a seed you planted 7 to 9 months ago, and it's just starting to come. You've been patient, and you've been waiting, you've been working that, and you're making it happen, and it's about to come to fruition for you, Gemini. So definitely make sure you got that solid foundation, that sturdy stem that will endure and have the strength to endure and withstand the storms and chaos of time. That's where that King of Pentacles energy at the end of the month comes into play here, that cautious nature, measuring twice, taking care of things, going slow, having the patience and strength and courage and bravery even. Tame that beast within. Don't get all excited, impulsive. You know, pull back, measure twice, and cut once. You can see the joy and success on the horizon. And tarot, yellow, the sun, is joy, success, happiness. We see the sun card in both of these readings already. Notice how it's reflected in the water. Waters are about emotions and feelings. So that happiness, that deep welling of water, an ocean of, or harbor, I should say, of water, emotions and feelings are going to be joyous and happy here in that final week. And it is with this contract, this commitment, this dedication, and the vow of committing to another that's going to help that ship come into you, to your shore, and allow you to go forth and expand and go towards the joy, success, and happiness. All right, let me go ahead and set these aside. Let's move on to the oracles here and wrap up this reading for you and really pull it together. I want to make sure you have something you can meditate, contemplate, or I dare say just reflect upon. So let's grab you one of the sacred soul messages for the month ahead. You have love is the bridge between you and everything. So Gemini, connection, oneness, and finding your way forward. We're also going to grab you one of these spirit messages for the month ahead. Just one card for Gemini. There we go. And your card is received. So Gemini, you are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others. But now it's time for you to learn how to graciously receive. Just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is the natural law and order of the universe as well. And then finally, I am going to pull you one Numerology card here, Gemini, and I will read from the guidebook on this one just to ensure that each and every one of you has something you can meditate on. This does have alternative additional meanings in the book. So your card for the month ahead here, Gemini, is the full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. Indeed, let's go ahead and pull that up. That full moon in Leo. Excuse me, full moon in Leo. Getting tongue-tied here. All right, Gemini, have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? Is the question you're asking based on your ego, Gemini, or is it from your heart? Leo energy is all about the heart. Think of that big hearted lion, Leo the jungle, lion of the jungle. So its energy is magnificent, but when it's combined with the rush of the full moon, well, it can become a little over the top here, Gemini. This card may have come to you because, well, you need to end a deadlock, and that deadlock may have developed. More love and thoughts for the greater good are actually the solution to this dilemma. So, Gemini, if you've not been doing as you would be done by lately, well, this is the time for you to simply find a balance between your own needs, Gemini, and the needs of the people around you. This will help all of your relationships and bring about that uniting and coming together that you so desperately desire. To attune to this moon card, Gemini, be magnificent without being plain too much. As well as additional meanings, Gemini, self-esteem is good, vanity is not. Everyone is equally important. Creative urges should be followed. Work some of that magic. All right. And finally, a friendship may be ending now. Alrighty. I do hope something resonated here for you, Gemini. We'll catch you next time. Bye.